Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hassle. And today I'm here with my friend and colleague, Miss Francine Gregory. I'm Teralina, and we are the Biz Chicks. We hope you'll sit back, relax, and enjoy the conversation because today we're going to be talking tech in easy to understand terms. We always like to get started with this week in tech history. So I'm going to call on my colleague, Miss Francine Gregory, to see what she's got in the basket today. How you doing
Mhm.
this morning?
I am doing really, really well. And I just want to say hello to everybody watching live and those who are listening in the clubhouse. Uh, there's some tech happening here.
Okay.
So let's get started with this week in tech history. And I'm going to drop down to August 28th. That was Monday. Well, let me do one from Sunday. August 27th, 2003, the city of Fairbanks, Alaska, connected to what was at the time the world's largest battery backup,
Mm.
designed to help prevent serious blackouts that plague the city every 2 to 3 years. The batteries could provide power to the city for a few minutes, enough time to start up the city's backup diesel generators. The battery contains 13,760 cells covering more than 10,000 square feet. It
Mm.
was reported that in the first 2 years of operation, the battery system prevented at least 81 power failures.
Wow.
Yes.
That's serious in Alaska. You don't want your power going out.
You don't want the power out. August 28th, 2009, Apple releases Mac OS 10.6, Snow Leopard for their Macintosh computers. Snow Leopard was an important release as it was the first to drop support for the PowerPC based Macs and to focus optimization for the Intel processor based Macs. The networking protocol that Apple had used since the 1980s, Apple Talk, was also discontinued in Snow Leopard. Apple Talk was the first true plug and play networking protocol, and during its heyday in the late 80s, Apple Talk was the most widely used networking protocol in the world. So
Wow.
apparently it has changed.
Okay.
August 29th, 1831. English scientist Michael Faraday discovers electromagnetic induction. Induction is the primary principle behind electric motors and electric generators. Two very important inventions that power and drive our electronic technology of today.
All righty.
Mhm. So, August 30th, 1969, I'm pulling up something else here too. Why is stuff hiding from me? Hold on. Okay. August 30th, 1969, the first interface message processor, IMP, is delivered to Leonard Kleinrock's research group at UCLA. The IMP was the device that would interconnect networks between research facilities on the developing ARPANET, the precursor to the internet. As a packet switching device, the IMP can be considered the first generation of what we now call network routers.
Mm.
The second IMP was delivered to the Stanford Research Institute on October 1st, 1969, and the first message between the two IPMs was sent on August 29th, 1969, which is now considered the first message ever sent on the internet.
Wow.
Mhm. Uh, August 31st, 2004, Aldus, the company that created PageMaker, who remembers that, considered the world's first desktop publishing application, merges with Adobe, the company that created PostScript, which was the page description language powering many early laser printers. The combination of PageMaker running on Apple's Macintosh and printing to Apple's PostScript powered laser writer sparked the desktop publishing revolution in the
Huh.
80s.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember PageMaker. September 1st, 1977, Pioneer 11 becomes the first man made object to fly by Saturn. And I have some tech that is making history.
Mm-hmm.
On Wednesday, August 23rd at approximately 7:30 a.m. Central Time, the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, they're manned the Chandrayaan 3 unmanned lunar mission touchdown on the south pole of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
This is big for India.
Yes, it is. It's big, and it's big for space travel because they're on the side of the moon where they think there might be water.
Right. Oh yeah, you need, the stuff that we need. They didn't land on this side. They went toward the back side, the south pole of the moon. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant may soon be tag teaming their roles as kitchen DJ or in-home meteorologist. The tech giants announced this week that a forthcoming line of speakers, Harman's JBL Authentics 200, 300, and 500, will be able to host both voice assistants simultaneously. While previous devices required users to choose between different voice platforms, the move marks the first time multiple assistants can coexist, according to the companies.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's major. That functionality lets users toggle between features from each assistant, Google's search assistant or Amazon shopping, for instance, or top a new directive called Universal Device Commands to end an action, allowing users to essentially command that speaker knock it off, regardless of which assistant initiated the action.
Okay.
While device makers and tech giants have long discussed voice interoperability as a possibility, technical hurdles and issues of company coordination stood in the way.
Well, you got some comments coming up here, friend.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Let me go up here to say from FBS. He says yes, I used to use PageMaker.
Yeah, I did
And
too.
mm-hmm. And he says Micromedia Freehand, which turned into Adobe Illustrator. He used that too, evidently. He says, good morning.
Good morning.
And Mark says, it did not escape our attention that the Apple voice assistant was left out. She was edged out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's because it's going to be an Android versus an Apple thing.
Okay.
It still continues because the other two are Android bit. You know what I mean?
Well, our Facebook user says too much. Both voices might as well. Siri says, okay. FSB, Google, Alexa, and Siri laugh out loud. That's good. That's good.
Right. So, yeah, it's really interesting. And a little later on, when TJ gets in, I have a quiz for you guys. It's a news quiz. And so I'll wait until after your presentation. And TJ and to ask some questions, and so the audience can participate in this quiz.
Okay. Mark says Google Alexa. Oh, said sorry, Siri. There's no room for you at our table. And FSB says, "Oh, Android makes sense." Okay. So there we are. Before we go any further, Fran,
Mm-hmm.
I do want to say, we don't usually take time to acknowledge that different things are going on in the news. But one thing I want to say is we send our love out to those of you who are recovering in Maui and those of
Mm-hmm.
you who've just ridden out the storms.
In
Uh,
Florida.
in Florida, North Carolina, Alabama, Georgia, all up and down that coast, Virginia. And those of you who are facing storm surge today, we just want you to know that we are praying for you. You are on our hearts. And we
Yes.
want you to know that we are sending love and prayers your way.
Yes, we
Uh,
are.
so I just wanted to get that in before we get to rolling, because once we get to rolling into tech, we sort
It
of,
may not stop.
yeah, and we may forget. And I didn't want to forget that.
Okay, so
Uh,
you're up.
oh, okay.
Yeah, because I have a quiz, but I want TJ to
Oh,
be
to be a
here. I
part of
believe
that.
TJ is not in today. I need to take a look, but I didn't get a memo that I know.
Okay. So I've got, it's been a long time since we've heard from our kidpreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a video I want to share with you guys about kidpreneurs for 2023 that have been making the news, because I think you'll see just a little twist on the different things that they are coming up with. And I found it really inspirational.
Hmm.
So let me share my screen. Let me set this up and we'll get the video started.
Here are the top 10 teen entrepreneurs and investors to watch in 2023. Number 1. 17-year-old Jaden Clark and 16-year-old Ashkan Azarkish of Taranaki, New Zealand, have created an all-in-one digital plant monitor called Sprout that enables you to keep track of your pot plant's moisture, sunlight, temperature, and humidity requirements through an app on your phone. The Taranaki teens invented the device because so many people have issues keeping their indoor plants alive. Jaden and Ashkan entered their company, Easy Soil, in a competition called Power Up Kickstart. They won the top prize and money in the competition to further develop Sprout and bring it to market. Number 2. 16-year-old Elizabeth Yamwenge of Byron, Illinois, invented a blockchain-based affordable fingerprint scanner called Atana that could provide individuals with a form of digital identity. She won the top prize out of 800 applicants from 148 countries who entered a competition for teenagers by Hewlett Packard called Girls Save the World Challenge. Atana, a solar powered device, converts a physical fingerprint into a mathematical algorithm that uploads to a private blockchain server where it is stored and used as identification. This issue of proper identity disproportionately affects women internationally. Around half the women in developing countries do not have proof of identity, which limits their independence and the resources they are able to access. Number 3. Igor Klimenko is a 17-year-old inventor from Ukraine, and he recently won the Chegg.org Global Student Prize, a $100,000 award given to a young changemaker. Klimenko won it for his invention, the quadcopter mines detector, which is designed to locate underground landmines. The issue of unexploded landmines cannot be understated. Some estimates show there could be about 100 million of them scattered across the globe. Igor is a student at both the University of Alberta in Canada and the Igor Sikorsky Kiev Polytechnic Institute in Ukraine. Number 4. Mikhaila Ulmer is the 17-year-old owner of a lucrative lemonade business who has been running her business for 6 years. Currently, her product is found in 6,000 distribution points across the United States, including Whole Foods, and in 8 states in the Southeast. Michaela, who hails from Texas, created her own brand of lemonade called Me and the Bees Classic Lemonade at age 11. She was inspired by a recipe in a cookbook gifted to her by her great grandmother. This precocious teen entrepreneur appeared on the television show Shark Tank and received a substantial investment to support her growing business. She also has her own line of lip balms and has written her own book. But that's not all. Michaela can boast of being invited to the White House to meet President Barack Obama, even before she was a teenager. Number 5. London Schuchart, a high school senior from Iowa, owns a company called Fourth Lane Running. The company is focused on selling athletic gear, whether retail items at a discount, products that are released online in small quantities, or hard to find gear issued directly to athletes that otherwise would sit in a closet at the end of a season. Born on Instagram, but now doing robust business through a website, Fourth Lane has built contacts with professional athletes. It has customers from countries around the world. The idea for Fourth Lane came to Schuchert during his sophomore year, when he was benched with an injury during the cross-country season and had some running gear that was the wrong size. He couldn't return it and didn't want to resell it with an online service that would take a fee, so he decided to do it himself, and he soon heard from others who wanted to sell their stuff through him. Number 6. The idea of a natural, tooth-friendly candy came to Alina Morse when she was 7 years old. Now Zollipops and the entire Zolly candy line are a best-selling sugar-free, healthy candy found at retailers everywhere. It all started when Alina was handed a lollipop at her local bank that she visited with her dad. Her dad urged her not to eat it because sugar leads to tooth decay. Frustrated, she thought to herself, why can't we make a lollipop that's actually good for your teeth? Zollipops first hit the shelves in 2014, and Alina quickly became known as the Lollipop Girl. Alina, who is now 17 years old and is from Wolverine Lake, Michigan, sells her candy online and in about 25,000 stores worldwide, and was the youngest person ever to be featured on the cover of Entrepreneur magazine at the age of 13. Number 7. When 17-year-old Aaron Burns says that his business inspiration is McDonald's founder Ray Kroc, adults tend to pay attention. After all, how many kids, let alone their elders, even know who that is? A high school senior in Omaha, Nebraska, Aaron already has his own ice cream store. Aaron's company, Roll N Sweets, sells rolled ice cream, which is created when a cup of his secret mix, which includes refrigerated milk and sugar, meets a surface that's cooled to 21 degrees below zero. Employees smooth it to a thin layer, mixed in things like candy and cookies, then create rolls that are served in cups with a variety of toppings. Aaron said he's been interested in business since he was a young kid. He read everything he could about entrepreneurship, including material about Ray Kroc. Number 8. 12-year-old Jasper Rogers began selling his delicious cookies at school, where kids and teachers offered him high praise. He subsequently started his company, Sea Monster Cookie Company, in time for a Costa Mesa, California food fair, where he sold 150 bags of cookies before the event had ended and earned him a following on Instagram. Yet, for as successful as the enterprise has become, Jasper will tell you the business began on a lark. The family was heading off on a trip to Catalina Island, so he and his sister decided to whip up some snacks for the voyage. Feeling creative, Jasper threw some chocolate candies and pieces of marshmallow treats into the batter. The duo put the cookie sheet in the oven, not knowing what the outcome would be. But of course, the cookies were ultimately a big hit outside the home. Number 9. 17-year-old Oliver Jude from St. Helens in the United Kingdom started his Positive Thinking clothing line after having a difficult time in school, where he said he was often misunderstood because of his Tourette's and autism. However, wanting to make good out of his story, the teenager channeled his energy into releasing a clothing line which includes t-shirts with positive thinking life sayings. Oliver launched his clothing line, Oliver Jude Clothing, and in just a matter of months, it became a huge success, giving him clients in places like Dubai and California. However, the icing on the cake for him came when he was approached with the opportunity of a lifetime to have his fashion brand modeled on a prestigious runway, surrounded by influencers and fashion icons at London Fashion Week. Number 10. 17-year-old Sarisha Ved. created her own sustainable fashion brand after becoming concerned about the industry's impact on the environment. She sells her clothing line called F5 through a pop-up store on London's Oxford Street. Sarisha says she named the business F5 because that particular key on a standard keyboard is the command for refresh, which is the message behind her vision. All of F5's products are made from organic or recycled materials, and even their packaging is recyclable. Their clothes are made in factories which are undergoing the SIDEX members' ethical trade audit. This assesses a site based on labor standards, health and safety, environment, and business ethics. More at our YouTube channel, Team Business, or at our website, teambusiness.com.
Nice.
I thought, wow, these kids are doing some phenomenal things. The fact that that young man was able to see the vision of using a drone to identify these
Mhm.
um, bombs,
Landmines. Yeah,
yeah,
landmines.
the landmines that are still remaining. I thought, oh my gosh, how practical, how visionary, and simple.
Right.
And then the young lady with the sustainable clothing, I thought that was interesting. But the young girl who came up with the biometric for the thumb, I didn't realize that many women had no identification documents, and that it could go into a blockchain so that no one could steal your identity. That's better than a passport, because your passport is not on a blockchain,
No.
even though it has your thumbprint, etc. But yeah, so I wanted people to know that young people are doing more than just making cookies and candles, and you know what I'm saying to you?
Right. And there's actually things that can change the lives of people. And lemonade and cookies can change the lives of people too. So it
Mhm.
is these children, I'm not going to say children, kids,
Young entrepreneurs,
young entrepreneurs are making stuff happen.
absolutely, because when they have these successful companies, then they go on to do wonderful philanthropic things with the revenue. Um, I just thought it was very interesting, those that were chosen for 2023 in the first quarter. Um, and one of them, what was the guy with the landmine identifier? I think he got $100,000
Right.
from the
From the,
competition.
from the reward, I mean, from the award that he won.
Yeah, from the
Yeah.
competition. So I thought these are some outstanding young entrepreneurs, and we can learn a lot from them.
Right. And TJ is off on holiday, but I do have her notes. So
Okay.
I'm going to bring them up.
Okay, so let me.
I'm going to be TJ today.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in the place of authority here. Take my name off.
All right. So I'm filling in for TJ today, and she's sent us her stories for the week.
Okay.
And it's talking about Instagram is testing 3-minute and 10-minute reels uploads because reels is what, 60 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
Instagram is experimenting with longer reel clips with 3-minute and 10-minute reels now being tested internally at the app. Instagram may soon let users upload much longer videos as reels, mirroring TikTok's longer video uploads, which it rolled out last year. Note, while some users are no longer seeing the 10-minute video upload option on TikTok, you can still upload a 10-minute video, which is essentially back to the future for Instagram after it retired its long-form IGTV video option early last year. Now it's bringing it back. in a
Mm.
new form,
Okay.
though it would also provide a more integrated, streamlined video experience, all under the Reels banner, as opposed to trying to get people to tap across to other sections to view long form content. Meta and Instagram have not confirmed plans to extend Reels.
Mm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Instagram, still in the Instagram world, Instagram adds a new comment reply option. Instagram is testing a new way to interact with post replies, while it also is experimenting with an interactive star sign based sticker in order to facilitate more engagement.
Mm.
Instagram is now live testing the capacity to share comments from any public post or reel to your IG story. When you swipe left on a comment, you'll see a new option to share it in your story. The comment will then be featured in a new sticker type, which you can place in anywhere within the story frame.
Oh, okay.
Meta is now showing a carousel of suggested threads on Instagram to bump up engagement. Instagram is now showing a For You on Threads carousel with a button to open the app directly on your phone. Meta confirmed this test to the TechCrunch in a comment. We have added a number of new features to the app since launch and are now making it easier for people to see the latest content from Threads directly on Instagram, a company spokesperson said.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Meta launches updated WhatsApp for Mac app. The main addition to the WhatsApp for Mac app is expanded group video calling, with users now able to make calls with up to 8 people and up to 32 participants for audio chats. Now you can join a group call after it started, see your call history, and choose to receive incoming call notifications even when the app is closed. The app has also been redesigned to be more familiar to Mac users, helping you get more done faster when using WhatsApp on a large screen. WhatsApp WhatsApp's been WhatsApp has been expanding on its video options as it looks to align with evolving usage behaviors and provide a more compelling, engaging, connective experience. WhatsApp also recently added screen sharing for video calls and video messages, building on its core messaging functionality.
Oh, so
And
now we got FaceTime on WhatsApp.
isn't that Skype? Okay.
Yep,
No,
basically.
it's basically Skype. Threads launches initial test of keyword search. Meta is testing another highly demanded feature for the social network, the ability to search posts. At the moment, users can only search for usernames on Threads. However, the company is working on bringing full text search. It is already testing this feature in Australia and New Zealand and is planning for a wider rollout to other English speaking countries. We are actively listening to the community's feedback and working on more features to improve the search experience, the company said in a statement.
I'm just glad they're listening to us.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes I just feel unheard.
Mm-hmm. Google's Duet AI can now write your emails for you. Gmail's new AI companion will be able to help you draft and customize your emails. Google announced as a part of this week's news from its Google Cloud Next 23 event. The company had shared a number of updates about its AI-powered companion, Duet AI, which is becoming generally available for workspace users, aiding them with various tasks across meetings, documents, Google Chat, and more. The company also said that Duet AI would enhance Gmail's existing smart reply feature by allowing users to draft longer, more personalized emails with a tap. Now Google has shared
Longer? Oh my gosh, go ahead.
now Google has shared more on how that will actually work in an update for workspace users on both web and mobile. Gmail users trying Duet AI will gain access to a Help Me Write button that will offer them a variety of options for writing assistance.
Mm.
For instance, Duet AI can now use your own words to draft an emails, as it can understand the context from previous emails in a thread to create in it can understand the context from previous emails in a thread to create replies that are relevant to the current conversation. You can also use the AI feature to make the tone of your drafted email sound more formal or elaborate on the draft by adding more detail to the message.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine threads going back and forth on a work project?
But that and trust in AI to
And for it not to get convoluted because you miss the message because it's able to draft longer emails. How long are we
Mhm.
gonna drag this out? Was it a soap opera? Should I just skip to the last paragraph? What?
Well, they get to talk. Yeah, it's a little interesting.
It's gonna get interesting.
Right. OpenAI is releasing a version of its Buzzy Chat GPT tool specifically for businesses. The company announced Monday as an AI arms race continues to ramp up throughout corporate America. OpenAI unveiled the new service dubbed Chat GPT Enterprise and said it would be available to business clients for purchase. The new offering promises to provide enterprise grade security and privacy combined with the most powerful version of ChatGPT yet for businesses looking to jump on the generative AI bandwagon. We believe AI can assist and elevate every aspect of our working lives and make teams more creative and productive, the blog post said. Today marks another step towards an AI assistant for work that helps with any task, is customized for your organization, and that protects your company data. Some of the early customers of ChatGPT Enterprise include fintech startup Block, cosmetics giant Estee Lauder, and the professional services from PwC. Oh, the professional service firm, PwC. The highly anticipated announcement from OpenAI comes as the company says employees from over 80% of Fortune 500 companies have already begun using ChatGPT since it launched publicly late last year, according to its analysts of accounts associated with corporate email domains. And that is your week in social media news, submitted by our friend and colleague Terry Johnson online. It's been a really interesting, the holiday is coming up, and so a lot of things are happening and
Absolutely.
going on. So um, I'm going to do this quiz. Let me see when Dr. Chachi says she may not make it in time.
Well, with all that's going on in Florida, I know it's not on her side of the peninsula, but I can appreciate her.
Yes, because she's doing a shoot, so she
Mm,
said she might not be able to make it. But I am going to open up this quiz and let's see how we do. And this is a quiz for um, what's happening in the news.
okay.
Okay, are y'all ready? I already have the answers, so
Okay.
let's just see who gets the who can answer the questions. So we can play some quizzy
I'm
game show move.
over here now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nope, that's two. How about we do Jay Dreamy?
Mm-hmm. Is this the right place that I'm supposed to be? I think so.
And I'm going to turn it down a little bit so we can get the
Oh
question.
yeah, it's not bad. Oh, quiz. Ace the quiz. Okay, here's the quiz. I like quizzes. And this is all based on news this week.
Okay.
Number 1, which medication will be available without prescription beginning next week? You can leave the music up.
Okay.
A, Narcan. B, albuterol. C, ketamine. D, EpiPen.
Oh, I know. Okay. Can I guess now?
Yeah, we're going to save it to the end, and then you tell me your answers. Okay. Number 2, Eminem demanded which GOP presidential candidate to quit rapping his songs in public? A, Ron DeSantis. B, Vivek Ramaswamy. C, Mike Pence. Or D, Donald Trump. Number 3, which card game is surging in popularity in China as a way for business professionals to network? A, Guangdan. B, Pao Gao. 3 or C, Go Fish. D, Blackjack.
Okay.
Number 4, which organization's West Coast headquarters is named in honor of the Price is Right host Bob Barker, who died this week? A, Republican National Committee. B, Greenpeace. C, American Red Cross. D, PETA. And our last question, fill in the blanks. Blank, and these are, okay, 2 blanks to fill in. Blank is spending $216 million to destroy nearly 80 gallons of surplus blank. Is it Wisconsin and milk? Is Wisconsin spending $216 million to destroy nearly 80 million gallons of surplus milk? France is spending, this is B, France is spending $216 million to destroy nearly 80 million gallons of surplus wine. C, the FDA is spending $260 million to destroy nearly 80 million gallons of surplus for Loco. D, Russia is spending $216 million to destroy nearly 80 million gallons of surplus vodka. So is it A, B, C, or D? All right.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready for the answers?
Yes, because I don't know a lot of these answers. Okay, go ahead.
What was your for number 1?
Repeat the question.
What's going to be available without a prescription?
A, NorCal.
Narcan, correct.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Eminem told who to stop losing himself to the music? Who did you say?
I put C, which was it, I can't pronounce his name. What's his name?
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it right. And I think that was B, but
okay.
Vivek Ramaswamy. And then, which game is surging in popularity?
I put D, Blackjack.
It is Guangdan. A.
It's Guangdan.
Okay, maybe we're not popular. That's why we don't know. And which headquarters was named for Bob Barker?
Oh, D, PETA.
Yes.
Mhm.
Woohoo! Got three, Terry. And what's the who's destroying 80 million gallons of
Whatever.
uh-huh.
I'm gonna say C, the FDA.
Okay. That answer was France is destroying 80 million
Oh,
gallons of
really?
surplus wine. Yes.
Wow.
And that is our quiz for this Friday.
We need to give the wine to the people who are out there burning up. Chill them out. No, I'm just
They're
teasing.
destroying it. So and that is your week in tech
In
history.
tech history.
I mean,
Oh
that
my
is your
gosh.
week in tech life. That's his history.
That's right.
That
Tech
is
Life
this
Weekly.
week in Tech Life Weekly. So we want to say thank you for tuning in. If you have not already done so, we invite you to become a part of the BizChicks community. You can do that by texting biz to 33777. And you can also go to bizchicks.net. We welcome you here. We love to celebrate you and celebrate what you do with the rest of the world. We also have First Mondays coming up, people, and we're going to be meeting at Seasons 52. We got two guests coming in virtually. We have first from Chicago, Illinois. We'll have our very own Mark Ward coming in.
Woo-hoo.
And then secondly, we'll have the dean himself, Mr. Dean Hankey, coming in. He's here on the West Coast. I think he's in Reno, Nevada, but he'll be coming in as well. It's going to be a great time. So we look forward to seeing you. If you're here locally, join us at Seasons 52, which is on the Arden Fair Mall in Sacramento, California, 1629 Arden Way. Can't miss the restaurant.
The dude from Skyrider is in the audience. How you doing?
Hey, Pat. Good to
How's
see
it going
you.
over there? Yeah.
We trust you're safe and all is
Yeah.
well with you and yours. And with the weather system going on, and we
Mhm.
do pray for your peace and pray for that system to pass.
Mhm.
Um, so we will be in, and if you're not in the Sacramento area, you can join in to hear Mark and Dean during that session. It'll start at 6 p.m. Our live feed will start at 6 p.m. that day. But if you're joining us live in the building, we'll start at 5:30. So we're looking forward to seeing you. Terry, any final?
I just want to remind everybody, stay safe this holiday and to be sure to tune in Monday. We'll be talking coffee, tea, and thoughts and conversations. We wish you all well. And remember, if you're having difficulty with your tech, we're here to help you test the
Yeah.
hassle out of your hustle. Have a great day, and we will see you soon, everyone.
Enjoy your holiday weekend.
Bye bye.